Hi, Scorpio. I hope that you're all doing well. I was seeing this energy about kind of like forging ahead is what it seemed like. We are starting off with a Six of Pentacles. If Six of Pentacles is your innate understanding of when there is equality in a situation versus when there is not, like you know that you want that, but there may be something that has to be done that can be very far outside of your comfort zone if you were to connect with it. Meaning you can be looking at your life right now and say, I really want to be involved in exchanges that feel happy and harmonious, and like everybody's getting what they need and feel happy about that, and they want to be there, and it's like working for everybody. But if that is the case, if I am to like honor this deeper desire within myself, may have to do something here that feels really challenging. It's like you have to face your fears in order to move in the direction of this thing that you want. Because it's like, at the end of the day, you want to be involved in things that really, they can reciprocate properly so it's sustainable. But yeah, there may be something here that you have to do, that you have to face something within your own mind that would block you from connecting with this within your life. What would you have to do that feels like stressing you out so much? It's like, I just feel like, and I remember this sentiment coming through not too long ago within a reading where, like, you know when stuff works, you know when it doesn't work. You have that innate understanding of Scorpio is connected with an energy that's good at doing finances and money, okay? And that is a symbol for energetic practices. You know what is a good investment naturally and what is not. You know when you're putting your energy into something and you're getting that kickback from it that you need. And you know when that is not happening. You know when there are incompatibilities. It's just inherent to your understanding. And you can know the truth of something that's going on. Whether you're looking at something and saying it's definitely out of balance and I need to do something about this, or you're saying I want this and I need to do something about that in order to cultivate this in my life. Either way, action is needed on your part just to honor something that you've already noticed and that you've already been feeling. Because you know what you want. You just have to do something difficult here if you're willing to. Some of you, this has to do with something that you've been actively participating in, that it may be time for it to be kind of taken apart here. But maybe there's a part of you that's like, it's weird because there can be this part of you that's like, well, I've been doing this, so I kind of want to keep working on it, but it's like not yielding the results that you want. It's not like yielding the situation that you want. So why are you going to keep working on something that it's not going to be what you need it to be? It doesn't really make sense. I'm seeing another way of looking at this too, where maybe you don't know how something is going to work and like if it's going to happen. You can know what you want, but you cannot be sure. Is that the case within this? It's like hiding from yourself and your own realizations here, kind of. Because of maybe what that implies then. Can you tell me? It's like you don't want to play with your life like this, with what you have going on. When you put your energy into something, I'm seeing you be in the type of vibe where it's like you're serious and you're dedicated to your commitments. But you may also have this idea that if you're going to be committed to something, it needs to be for certain reasons, you know, like strategic. That is the energy of Scorpio, to be strategic with the things that you're doing. Maybe you feel like you need to be strategic here, but maybe there's something that you have to get over mentally in order to do that. Yeah, I feel like there's some type of burn here. Sun going in with Three of Swords. Like, maybe you're just realizing that something is broken and you have to do something, but you can like really, it's like all this stuff going on in your head, maybe stopping you from doing something, but it's like, don't you want what you want here? Maybe you're like even battling with yourself because you're like upset about what it is that your heart wants, but it's like the heart wants what the heart wants. You just want that compatibility. That's what you want at the end of the day. So if you're realizing that something here just ain't cutting it, it's like, don't you want to be happy? Don't you want to feel satisfied? But yeah, maybe I just have to face something that you don't really want to face here, but some of you gotta leave a situation because you don't want to be there anymore. You don't like it anymore. But more than that, that's not to say you don't want to like it. It means more so like this is not feeding you. It's not nurturing your soul and your intense need for a deep sense of connection and bonding. You can feel like there's a lack of bonding within this. And then you can just feel like it just, like it's not there, you know? With the energy of Scorpio, you need things to feel like passionate and intimate. And if that energy is not here, it's just gonna feel like, you know, don't you want an energy that's just as involved as you are, that cares just as much? Like Scorpio cares so much, but you can't care so much about everything. And it feels even like maybe you've been caring about the wrong thing here. The thing that's like, maybe you've been caring more about your fears than you have your own fulfillment. And this can be a time when this is exactly the thing that ends up being challenged. Maybe you've been focusing so much on your attachments to something that doesn't even feel like it's fully compatible. So this can be a time when these things come into question and you're asking yourself if this is really what you want to keep investing your energy into. Or like, do you want to find something a bit better for you? As far as what you want, like this, it just really feels like this is what's going on, but this can be a hard pill to swallow. A jagged pill to swallow, maybe even. I'm seeing for a lot of you, this is focused on relationship or relationships. Some of you even a marriage. I'm getting something about long-term relationships. Dispelling illusion. Understanding more about compatibility. Nine of Swords and Nine of Cups feels like your heart being like, this is what I want, and then you being like, no. It reminds me of the meme of that kid that's like crying. I just feel like he has his hands over his face and he's like, no. It's like that type of thing where your heart has come online and your intuition has come online and said, hey, I'm putting my order in, can you please deliver it? And it's like, you're just the chef. You got to cook it up so you can serve it to yourself here. But it just feels like kind of a difficult, tall order. But at the same time, it's like, you know that that's right for you. It's not some absurd order. You know that this is just in actually the right order of things for you. But I think in order to make that happen, in order to do that, it can be something where you feel kind of beside yourself about it, just because of what this entails for you to get the order right. But isn't it good that you know what the order is? Isn't that better? And like when you're in touch with this empowered aspect of yourself, you know that you're really on point with this. I just think that your mental stuff has to be worked through in order for you to be able to deliver this to yourself here. Don't you want to feel good? Don't you want to feel like you have what you want? When I'm really seeing that be a possibility for you, you really can have what you want here. Things can be how you want them to be. Because it's not like you want something absurd. This just feels like basic order of things. You want to feel like your sense of self, stable in your sense of self. Maybe there's a situation that's not really allowing for that. It's like just trying to get to the top here. You can feel like you're not well equipped to be working with something like this, but it's more of a mindset than anything. I don't see this be reflective of the actual situation. Like, you can move through this. You have what you need to move through this, but you have to do what needs to be done here. And you cannot want to let go, but it's like dragging this raggedy thing behind you, and you just need to let it go. It's just out of alignment now. It's like you keep showing up to the exchange and getting shortchanged again and again and again. And it's like, why wouldn't you just let this go? That's why it doesn't make sense. Like when you look in the energy, it's like from this perspective, if you keep going somewhere and you're getting shortchanged again and again on an energetic level, again and again and again, you're showing up in good faith, you get shortchanged again. It's like somebody telling you that you're gonna get $100 for a job, and it's like you have to buy the supplies and it costs $101, and then you go to the exchange with them and they're giving you $70, and you're like, this is costing me more. This isn't even sustainable. It's like this thing that you have going on. Like, this doesn't allow you to properly take care of yourself because it's not fair. And then you're just longing. There's this feeling of longing. Like, I know what I want. I know what I want. I know what I want. And it's like, why are we not honoring that then? Why are we just like sitting here? You continue to do this thing. You keep getting shortchanged. And then you feel like what you want is missing. And you know what you want. You're clear on that. You are clear on that. I'm seeing. So if this is not providing that, what are you doing? And this can be a time when you're really asking yourself, because I just get this thing like, what you want is possible. You're not wanting anything that's just, you're not wanting anything ridiculous here. This just feels very basic what it is that you want. And you're like, I remember the times when I was feeling attractive, when I was feeling good about myself, when I was feeling confident. This has you feeling not confident. You show up to the exchange, you get shortchanged, then you're feeling disrespected, or you're feeling like, what, am I not good enough? It just seems like that. I'm like, why are you reinforcing yourself in a cycle like this? Why are you reinforcing that? All just to come to a place of needing to empower yourself. I just think that this is showing that there's a disparity between like how you want to feel and how you'd feel in your natural state when everything's how you want it to be versus not. Because you can feel distant from the part of yourself that's Queen of Wands when Queen of Wands is like that person. Queen of Wands is a person that like people are pushing other people out of the way to like give Queen of Wands what they want, and it's like you can feel not connected with that part of yourself because you keep staying involved in this situation. Like you want to keep doing that. When I'm seeing, like, you are the Queen of Wands, why are you going to be treated like this? It's just like mind-blowing to see this within the energy, why you'd be in this place. And then you want to, I don't even think that you want to hold on to this situation where you're being shortchanged. I think that it's more about if you let go of this, then what are you going to grab hold of and you don't know. And that unknown is actually the thing that, not the unknown, it's your fear and resistance to the unknown that's holding you back here. So this is something up here that you have to work with because you already know what this situation is. You're clear on your assessment of this. But I just see because this is a situation that made you not feel so confident about yourself. You're not feeling so confident to leave it. It kind of just like reinforces that. You got to get out. And you'll know, like, tell me. Touch base with this part of yourself that's the Queen of Wands. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling wanted? Because Queen of Wands is that part of us that we just sit there and we're just being and we are attracting what we want. Like stuff just comes to you. Are you feeling like that? Or are you feeling like detached from that part of yourself because of this situation and what it's reinforcing within you? Because this is having some type of weird psychological reinforcement on you that you want to come out of here. You don't want to keep reinforcing this. Well, you figured it out. You figured it out now. You may need to be more direct about what you want. And how do you problem solve and get that? Maybe there's a conversation that needs to be had that you've been avoiding as well because you haven't been feeling confident about having that. It's like if your self-esteem or like your self-worth is kind of in the toilet here and you're trying to have a conversation with somebody to advocate for yourself when you don't even believe that you're worth it, it's going to be really difficult to do so. And these energies need to combine with one another in a place where I feel like you being really divided on this, but the true divide is actually you being scared of walking away and letting this go. Because you're not really divided on this, but you can, that's how we can do it in our minds, right? Like we can be telling ourselves, no, there's a part of me that wants this. When really that part of you is motivated by not wanting to have to face the unknown here. If you want this badly enough, this thing on your heart, if you want that badly enough, you're gonna do what it takes. Even if that means having to face something, because I feel like you've been wanting to make this decision with the Nine of Swords, Two of Swords. You've been wanting to do this. I just think that you haven't been feeling good about yourself and that's why you haven't. Like, let's use an example, right? Let's say that you're in a relationship with somebody and you feel like you are, whatever it is that you're showing up and giving, you're not getting what you need in return. You're getting shortchanged with this person. And then you're feeling like not good about yourself because you're like, well, why wouldn't they just, it's like doing work and having somebody not only pay you the price that you should get for it, but then tipping you on top of it. And you're like, wow, I really have something to offer. But this is just about yourself. Like, wow, I really have something to offer. You know, when somebody goes the extra mile, this is somebody going like not even the minimum, but less than that. And that's what you're getting. That's the type of exchange that this is. And so this part of you that's like, that's been receiving that, that's constantly been like duped here within this situation. That part of you is now not feeling good. Like, that must be all I'm worth. And it's like, obviously not true. Obviously not true. You're the Queen of Wands. Obviously that's not true. But then with this, you can be like, but if I let myself walk away from this situation, if I let this go, if I look elsewhere, then what if? And that's it. What if? You don't even know what's going to happen, but you're just like scared of what you don't know. You're scared of the unknown. And that's the thing that's been holding you back, when really you've been wanting to make this move. You're just scared. I'll say it. You just are. That is. But that doesn't have to be the thing that holds you back. I just said this in another reading that I did. I forget who it was for, but it's like, you can't really control if something freaks you out or not. You can't really control if something scares you or not. Like, you have to stand in that experience and still do what you want to do, because you have to empower yourself. You don't be held back by what it is that you're feeling. You don't have to let the fear determine the moves that you're making here, because you know that you want to do this. That's not a question. But the part of you that feels like you haven't totally made up your mind is just the part of you that's saying, don't jump, because then you don't know what's going to happen. It's just that part of you. Like, it's this is just your ego. And you not totally trusting yourself when you need to totally trust yourself here and know that this isn't right, what's going on here. Because what you want is possible, not here, but that's what this exit is going to be about. Like, you going out and connecting with what you want, because that really is possible. But this thing that you want here, this like the stability and the riches of life, and you connecting with that structure that you want here, and for that homeostasis, you can find it. But if you're in a situation that's actively opposing that, you're going to have to do something about it. So you have to do something here. You have to reconcile this. But you're going to have to take this leap of faith here. It's necessary for you. It's kind of like, it's a difficult situation, because if you're in a situation that's reinforcing that you're not worth much, you're not going to feel that confident going out away from this situation, because you're going to be like, I can't attract what I want, because that's what this situation has been reinforcing for you. But that's all the more reason why you need to break away from this, so you can feel better. Because it's really just, like, is this having you feel good? Is this having you feel connected with yourself? Is this having you feel worthy? Is this having you feel wanted? Is this having you feel attractive? Is this having you feel valued, appreciated, loved, magnetic? Or is this having you feel disconnected from all those things within you? Is this having you feel in touch with your passion and being like embraced? Or is it reinforcing the opposite of that? Like, you're having somebody feel like opposed to you, or a situation feeling like the opposite end of the magnet here, when really I'm seeing you be so magnetic. But I feel like the situation reinforces the opposite of that. And then I think if you were in your like natural state, where you were seeing yourself as you actually are, you wouldn't be putting up with this. So yeah, that's the morale talk for the day. Work with yourself and recognize where this resistance comes from, because it's not that you are on the fence about this. You're not on the fence about this. You know what you want. It's just like a matter of time before you make this decision, but you can feel a lot of anxiety about it. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I'd like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.